I like to say using thread with bead embroidery is as easy as 1, 2, 3. So let's take this first example. I have my large bead focal glued down, ready to be sewn on. I'm ready to start. This is a pre-cut shape, which is how I prefer to do it when I'm beading a particular shape. So I go to the back and simply do my 1, 2, 3 to start my thread. So there's my 1. I'm going to pull it until there is a little bit of a tail, and 2, and 3. And you'll notice these are not particularly small stitches. Pull, pull, pull. That thread is secure. It's not going anywhere. So let's say I'm beading. I want to switch over from single thread, which I've been using, to double. I simply grab onto this tail, move the needle to the center, and do my 1, 2, 3. So I've got 1, 2, and 3. I can continue on working with my double thread. Let's say I'm ready to switch over to single thread. Simply do my 1, 2, 3. Then I can take one of these ends, cut it, and I'm back to single thread. When I'm finished and I want to end a thread, then I simply end it with another 1, 2, 3. So there's 1, and 2, and 3. And go ahead and cut. And if any of these get in your way or a little long, just go ahead and cut them. Now the thing about this is this is entirely flat. It looks flat and it feels flat. So even when my outer backing is there, it is going to have a very nice appearance, perfectly flat, and I'm not going to feel any lumps from any knots. These stitches here are all going to be hidden underneath the beadwork, so there's no problem with that. So let's take an instance where it's not a pre-cut shape. Here I intend to do just a few rows and then go ahead and trim it. Well, it's still as easy as 1, 2, 3. I'm just going to throw an "and" in there. So I'm going to start right next to the focal, which in this case is a cabochon. Pull till I have my little tail, hold on to that. So I have my "and" 1, and 2, and 3. Okay. Go ahead and do my beading. Now when you're done, you'll see that you have stitching that will define your area, and so to end your thread you can do your 1, 2, 3 from the back, because the stitching is going to give you an area to be able to go ahead and do your 1, 2, 3. So I end my thread with my 1, 2, 3 and just staying in that defined area. What you'll notice is these stitches are not very small. You want to stay kind of on the large side. You want to not just skim a tiny little surface. You actually want to go through as much of the backing, which when you're underneath, say, a cabochon can be it's a little more difficult. And go ahead and do that. Go ahead and trim it. This is in your way. Go ahead and cut it. Perfectly flat, perfectly flat. So, thread and bead embroidery, as easy as 1, 2, 3.